In this video, we'll cover how to configure and set up the Envase TMS. To begin, click on Configuration from the left navigation menu. From the Branch Details section, enter in the details of your company, including your company's name and address. You can also add or replace your company's logo here. Once you've completed entering in the details, click on Save Changes. This information is what will display in any of the outbound documents that are generated from the system. Next, expand the Operations section. In this section, you have two fields: the Next Invoice Number, which generates invoice numbers for single invoices, and the Next Batch Invoice Number, which creates batch invoice numbers for orders of 10 or more under one invoice number. By default, the system already sets these numbers for you. However, if you have a specific invoice format you'd like to use instead, you can add it into those fields. Once you save your changes, the next invoices will be generated by using the numbers set here. Moving on to the shipment settings, this is where you set the default values for when you're creating a new order in the system. Set these values to the load type, live drop, and loaded status you do most often, then save your changes. Now for the document fields, this is where you can add and update the customizable text fields that will be displayed on outbound documents. Click on Add and enter in the text field name and text field placeholder. After you've finished entering in the details, click on Create. Moving on to the email template section. This is where you would set up the templates for your different emails, including invoices and contract terms. To create a new email template, click on Add. Then select the document type and enter in the subject and body of the document. Once you've entered in the details, click on Confirm. These templates allow you to customize the messaging of your outbound emails. Next, we'll cover the document types section. These are the documents that you'll be using within the Envase TMS. By default, the system comes preloaded with 8 document types. These include BOLs, PODs, hazmats, delivery orders, TIRNs, scale tickets, POPs, and TIR outs. You're also able to edit or delete the documents, as well as add your own additional document types by clicking on Add and entering in the details. Additionally, you can select whether the document will be displayed in the Envase mobile app or included in the invoices by selecting the appropriate boxes. After you've made your selections, click on Confirm. Next, we'll go over the revenue items. These are the different charge types you'll add to your orders when billing customers. These could include fuel surcharges, line hauls, or detention fees. It's also important to remember that this is a manual process, so the system will not automatically calculate the rate for you or automatically add it to an order. To create a revenue item, click on Add and enter in the details. A quick tip: if you need to add revenue items that have different rates and vary by customer, you can create those revenue items with different names that correspond with their rates. For example, if you create revenue items named Pre-Pull 150 and Pre-Pull 200, when it comes to billing, you would just select the rate that applies to that customer. Moving on to the payable items. This section is the same process as the revenue items. The only difference is these items are expenses you'll use when paying your drivers. To create a payable item, click on Add and enter in the details. You can also apply the same process as the revenue items in terms of naming the payable items to differentiate them by rate. Once you've finished entering in the details, click on Save. Next, we'll discuss the Countries section. This is a list of countries available for you to select from when adding new locations to the system. If you need to add a new country to this list, click on Add and enter in the country's name and abbreviation. Then click on Confirm. Lastly, we have the driver mobile configuration settings. These settings only apply once you start using the Envase mobile app, and can be used to provide you with control over what your drivers and owner-operators are able to do within the app. And with that, we've completed how to set up and configure your Envase TMS. For more information, check out our other training videos or visit our website.